Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Kitchen. I'm your host Paul Desman and it's always great to see you. So it's snowing a lot. It's snowing buckets outside. We've got a couple feet of snow and there's nothing that makes me feel better whenever I just want to stay in the house and feel warm than making some soup. So today I'm going to make my cream of broccoli and cheese soup. It's going to be awesome. To make my cream of broccoli and cheese soup, we will need a whole ton of broccoli, some chicken broth, all-purpose flour, an onion, our old friend salt and pepper, some butter, and a block of cheddar cheese.
Oh, and milk too. I kinda forgot to mention that one. Pretty key ingredient. Way to go, Paul. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need milk for this. Otherwise, how could it be creamy? And like most soups, the most important ingredient is thyme. There's a lot of back and forth in this one. You'll see what I mean in a moment, but first we need to wash our hands, all of the broccoli, and the onion. Start by slicing the onion into good-sized pieces. You don't need to dice it. It helps to put them into a bowl as you chop them up. Then toss a few chunks of butter into a pot and get it melted. Once it's properly melted down, drop the chopped onions into the pot. Stir them up to get them good and covered in that buttery goodness. After a few minutes, throw some flour into the pot and give that a good stir too. Don't forget to invite our friends Salt and Pepper to this party. They do really well at these kind of parties. And make sure you stir them in as well. Then drop in some chicken broth. I can't tell you how much, just a few glugs or so. If things get a little steamy, turn the heat down some. This one you gotta start with the heat on low and work yourself up. That's because of the milk, really. Milk needs to be warmed up before it can boil. Dump some milk in and stir everything together. Let that simmer on low for a bit and head back to the cutting board to chop up the broccoli. If you're like me, you're going to need a large bowl to fit the colossal amount of broccoli needed. Chop off the stems as you go, cut them into smaller pieces, and throw them into the bowl for later. Now head back to the pot and give it a good stir real quick. You always need to remember to give the pot some love. Now get out the cheese shredder and a plate. Shred the block of cheddar. I know I usually use a pre-shredded bag of cheddar, but for this kind of soup, that can make it a little grainy and not taste as good. Look at all that cheese. Then go back to the stove and stir up the pot again. Once you can see the soup start bubbling at the surface, it's just about ready. Give it a little more love. This will prepare it to receive the 1 metric ton of broccoli you chopped up earlier. Dump it all in and stir the hell out of it to get everything mixed together. After a few minutes, it's time for cheese. Get every last little bit of cheese into the pot and, of course, continue with the love. Turn the heat down to low and give it a few minutes. Drop as many big spoonfuls that will fit into a bowl, and get ready to feel all warm and good inside.
And that's how you make my creamy broccoli and cheese soup. For more recipes like this, please like this video or subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face right about here somewhere. This has been Quarantine Kitchen. I'm your host, Paul Desman. See you next time. One more time.